your feet are fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. We don't really think much about footwear. We all have, the latest styles, right? The latest, now it's like, okay, what matches my outfit for the day? But that's not how it was back then. Back then, shoes were a little bit different. In fact, they say that the Romans' shoes were so innovative, it absolutely is that groundbreaking military device that allowed them to conquer the world. It would be the stealth bomber of their age. Isn't that weird? It's the shoes. Some genius in a lab goes, you know what? If we don't walk on these rocks with our feet, and instead we put something on the bottom of our feet, and then we strap like these spikes on it, we will have more firm ground. So then when we're fighting, they're slipping all over the place, but we have that solid ground to fight from. That was the genius move of the Roman Empire. Right? That's what? Well, we have the same advantage. We have something called the gospel of peace. It's innovative. It allows you to go further and faster and discover far more and to be much more effective than you would ever imagine. It is the powerful weapon of the Christian that nothing else in this world can match. No other religion or cult can match this. They're not good at this. So us as Christians, this foundation that we stand on it's a readiness. It says the readiness of the shoes, which are the gospel of peace. Catch that. We're ready, which means if something happens, if the right scenario opens up, you have Scripture. You're ready with Scripture. You don't have to add to it. You can just say, oh, for that situation, let me show you some Scripture. You're ready when the opening is there. But if the opening is not there, it's a gospel of peace. It starts from a place of peace. Have you ever met a contentious Christian? I know, there's very few in this world that like to argue their point over and over. Like every time you see them, you know exactly what the conversation's gonna be. Does anybody know anyone like that? When they're walking towards you, you're like, well, we're gonna talk about this subject again, right? There's a few of those. Well, that's not as effective as they think it is. I know it's none of you. So those people who do that, not as effective as you think. It's not a place of peace, that's for sure. When you begin to put your footing on, Jesus is enough. The Bible is enough. If I bring them into church and they get to hear the message of God, that will be enough. The love of God is enough. The love of Christ. If I share the message of Christ, it's enough. And the challenges and the changes and those things that we know they probably need in their lives, the Bible, God, they'll find that out. It comes out the more they discover who God is. We start from a place of love. We start from a place of peace. We show Scripture. We're ready in every scenario. And then we let God bring the change. That is what a lot of us have forgotten. A lot of the church has forgotten. This innovative gospel of peace.